Leonardo da Vinci once said that time waits just long enough for those who use it. So the question is, what are you doing with your time? We all have 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with your time? Are you building your dream, or are you helping someone else build theirs? Are you putting in the work every single day, every single moment of now? Are you planning for your future? They say planning is bringing the future into the present so you can do something about it now. So the question is this: what are you doing with your time? Remember, the time is always now.
Good afternoon, T.Y. coming to you from Tampa. Thank you for joining me for the Time Is Always Now podcast. This is a podcast that's dedicated to helping people get past their excuses. Helping people get past saying, I'm going to do it someday or one day, and instead saying, I'm going to do it right here, right now. If you don't know who I am, my name is Terence Young. I go by T.Y. I'm a mindset coach, a new thought transformational speaker, an author, and a musician. I help people get past their paradigms of waiting on the right time and instead saying, you know what? There is no right time, because the right time is right now. And if I'm going to change my life for the better, the only way I can do it is right here, right now. So if you want to donate to the podcast, by all means, you can do so just by going to my website, terenceyoungnow.com, and you can donate there, and I appreciate it. Thank you in advance for helping me to continue to do what I do, which is give these messages of inspiration, encouragement to all people. And I appreciate it in advance. Thank you for that. If you haven't joined us over at the Time Is Always Now Facebook group, by all means, join us there. It's a great group of like-minded people where we encourage, inspire, and motivate each other to live our lives to our highest potential in each and every moment of now. If you haven't joined us, join us there. You're going to be inspired, encouraged. You're going to be challenged as well. And it's all about moving our consciousness forward. That's what it's all about. So each week we have a theme. And this week the theme is overcoming fear. How about that? How everyone in the world needs to go through this type of concept. Everyone needs to know how to overcome fear. So today I'm going to share some ideas with you on how we can overcome fear and what you can do tangibly in your life to help you overcome fear and move aggressively towards your passion and live your dreams right here, right now. So the first quote I'm going to use is this: it's thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. It's true. Thinking. You can keep thinking all day long, but that won't overcome the fear. As a matter of fact, the thinking might even make the fear worse. But if you take action, you can overcome your fear. When I'm preparing for my next talk, preparing for my next workshop, whatever I'm doing, even writing a song, I get caught up in the fear as well, all the time. I get caught up in thinking, should I say this joke? Should I write this? Should I go into this concept in this talk? I was literally working on a talk earlier today, and I was thinking, is this joke going to work? Is it going to go over well with the congregation, with the group that I'm speaking to? I get into fear, and I say, I don't know if I should do that. And then I change my mind and say, you know what? I can do this. I'm going to do it. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take action right now. I'm going to start writing it down, putting it down. Here's how I'm going to do it. And then I move forward. And the fear dissipates when I take an action. This is what you must do in your life as well. You've got to take action. That will overcome your fear. What you don't want to do is this: get caught up in paralysis by analysis. Anybody know someone who's done that before? Or maybe it's you. You get caught up analyzing everything and you are in paralysis, which means you're not moving forward. What do they say when someone's in paralysis? They can't move their arms, they can't move their legs, they're in paralysis. They're not doing, they can't move forward. Are you in paralysis because of analysis? And that paralysis is what? It's fear. It's fear that it's not going to go right. It's fear that someone's going to judge you a certain way. I got news for you. They're going to judge you anyway. So do you. Be yourself. Thinking will not overcome fear, but taking action will. So put that into your life. Realize that you may be in a paralysis right now with something because of fear. You may be analyzing, but you're not moving forward. Stop analyzing. Move forward. Take an action. That will overcome your fear. That's number one. Number two is this. Feel the fear and do it anyway. I love that quote. It's so powerful. Feel the fear. There's going to be some fear involved in most things you do. If there's no fear involved, you probably ain't doing much anything anyway. Feel the fear. Do it anyway. I love that. When I'm teaching my courses, there's a fear involved there. Should I go here? Should I go there? Which way do I want to explain this concept? I don't want to offend people. That's a real fear, right? I want everybody to feel welcome and home. But at the same time, I got to keep it real. Feel the fear. Do it anyway. When I set up my course, the course that I'm actually doing, I have a course coming up on Monday, September 13th, right? When I set that course up, it's called Moving from Fear to Faith, as a matter of fact. And setting that course up, there's a fear involved in, are these people that come in that I don't know, how are they gonna react to me, my teaching style, how I explain things? Are they gonna feel like they got a benefit out of it? There's a fear involved. You know what? I felt that fear. I felt that fear when I was creating the advertisements for it. I felt that fear and I did it anyway. I've already done this class before. Now I'm doing it again. And I'm going to continue to do it. And there'll still be fear. I want you to know this as you see me talking, you see me on videos and all these things. Don't think that I don't have the fear. I do. I move forward anyway. I feel the fear and I do it anyway. We learn. This is important. If you're a teacher like me, if you're a speaker or an educator, whatever it is, you learn by teaching. I get better at what I do by teaching the things that I talk about. So I am actually learning and getting better at becoming a teacher, at becoming someone who runs courses and webinars and workshops by actually taking the action and doing it, by seeing the fear, by looking the fear in the eye, and then saying, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not saying this is easy. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. What I'm saying is, you got to be able to do it. You got to have the courage to be able to look that fear in the eye and do it anyway. And that's actually what the course is about that I'm going to be doing on the 13th. 4 essential attributes: faith, courage, will, and action. You got to have courage. Have courage to look that fear in the eye and say, I'm going to do it anyway. And whatever happens, knowing this. Whatever happens is always working for your unfolding good. Ooh, that's the truth. Even the things that you don't like right now are still working for your unfolding good. Did you know that? This is powerful. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Think about it. That's number 2. Number 3 is this. We don't fear the unknown. We fear what we think about the unknown. Right? We don't fear the unknown. We fear what we think we know about the unknown. We don't know what the unknown is. What does Dr. Martin Luther King say? Faith is taking the first step when you don't see the rest of the staircase. You don't see the rest of the staircase. Right? There's another one where what do you see when you get to the horizon? Right? Whatever the horizon is for you, whether it's a goal to achieve, what do you see when you get there? Another horizon. It doesn't actually end. You're not done. Life keeps moving. Things keep growing. Things keep going. We don't fear the unknown. We fear what we think we know about the unknown. And let me tell you what you know about the unknown. Nothing. You know nothing about the unknown. I'm not a psychic, and neither are you. I don't know anything about the unknown, and neither do you. So we just got to move forward in spite of not knowing anything about the unknown. That is, guess what? Faith. One of the essential attributes. You got to have faith. Knowing that God's working for you, the universe is working for you. I don't care what you call it. It doesn't matter to me. Having faith to move forward and saying, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to take an action, another one of the essential attributes, and move forward anyway. I don't know what the unknown is. None of us do. right? But when I go riding, I'm always searching for a new trail. It's funny, I was just riding maybe a month ago, and I searched for a new trail, and I found a trail that I had never ridden before. And you know what was funny about it? It was beautiful. I was on I was in Tampa, and I was going on the trail that leads to the causeway, but I turned off and ended up on the Clearwater Trail. And I enjoyed myself so much. I had never been on this Clearwater Ream Trail, whatever they call it. There's up and down and there's hills and it's going on. I had no idea where I was going. All I knew is I was going to go a certain distance, turn around and come back. The unknown became something that I loved. But had I feared the unknown, I never would have got on that trail in the first place. Now I want you to think about that for a minute. What is it in your life that maybe you're fearing, and it might be a blessing in disguise for you? Don't fear the unknown. That's the question. We don't fear the unknown. We fear what we think we know about the unknown. But you don't know anything about the unknown. The unknown might just be your blessing in disguise. Right? That's the truth. Right? So don't worry about what the unknown is. No one knows what the future holds. Even if someone you know is your friend, whatever, they're telling you what they think is going to happen, they don't know what's going to happen when you make that decision. And you don't either. But you got to make it. You got to take that action that we talked about earlier, right? And then you move forward from there. You got to be able to overcome your fear. And one of them is this. You don't know what the unknown is, no more than the next person. But know this, when you take that action into the unknown, look at it as an adventure. Ooh, change your perspective on it. Look at it as an adventure. Now, when you look at it as an adventure, it doesn't seem scary, it seems exciting. Isn't it amazing how we can do that with our own minds? We can believe this. We can change the way we view things. We can change the way we see things. I love the quote, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Look at the unknown, not as scary, not as something to fear, but as an adventure. Just like when I went on that Clearwater Trail, I didn't look at it as something scary. I looked at it as an adventure. And that's exactly what it was. You've got to be able to overcome your fear. Here are some things again that you can tangibly put into your life right now to help you overcome your fear. Number one, thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. So take action on whatever it is you're fearing, no matter what it is. Take action on it. That's the first thing. Number two is this: feel the fear and do it anyway. That's right, feel the fear. There's nothing wrong with feeling fear. That's human. You're human. Of course you're going to feel fear. But feel that fear and then do it anyway, knowing that you learn as you're doing. I always love to say this: we don't fail, right? You don't fail. You just learn a new lesson. So maybe it's a lesson that you're learning in the process. But feel the fear. Do it anyway. Do it right now. There's no other time to do it. Number three is this: remember, we don't fear the unknown. We fear what we think we know about the unknown. And here's what you know about the unknown: nothing. You know nothing about the unknown. So move forward in faith. And that will change your life, and that will help you overcome your fear. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Time Is Always Now podcast. If you're interested in the course, it's starting next Monday, September 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Moving from Fear to Faith: 4 Essential Attributes that everyone must have to live an extraordinary life. I want to take you through each one of those attributes the first 4 weeks: faith, courage, will, and action. How you can use them in your life to move your life forward and not be paralyzed by fear. Move from that fear consciousness over to that faith consciousness. In the 5th week, we're going to put it all together. Take a scenario in your life and show how you can use your faith, courage, will, and action to tangibly change your life right here, right now. That's what it's all about, moving from fear to faith. So if you're going to join me, just go to my business page. You can see the link there, the event there. It starts on September 13th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each course, each night, we will go for 1 hour, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, Eastern Standard Time, 5 weeks. I hope to see you there. I hope you join me. Thank you again for listening to the podcast. Thank you for sharing the podcast. Invite some friends. I want them to hear it as well. I want everyone to be able to get these messages of hope, of encouragement, of enlightenment that can change your life for the better right here, right now. If you do the things that we talked about today, if you see the fear, feel the fear, do it anyway. If you know that thinking doesn't overcome fear, but action does. If you know that you don't know anything about the unknown, right? You don't know anything about it. You just fear what you think you know about the unknown, but you don't know anything about it. If you understand these things and put them into your life tangibly right here, right now, you will be able to unequivocally say, I own the now, and I have won. Thank you again for joining me for this episode of the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I go by TY. Remember, the time is always now.